The matter cycle starts with the sun. Without the sun, photosynthesis cannot occur. And we know that all food webs and food chains start off with producers. Why is it that they always start off with a producer?
The sun and chlorophyll.
Because producers can do what?
They are autotrophs because they can make their own food.
Producers make their own food through photosynthesis. They make sugars that they store in their roots and they eat on a rainy day, or just pretty much any day. Okay, perfect example of the fact that they store these sugars are sugar maples. The sap starts running in the spring, and that sap is actually going from the roots where it was stored all winter back up to the leaves so that new buds can grow. And there's an excess of sap, and we've learned that if you actually, put a spith into a tree, you can actually drain some of that sap, boil it down to get maple sugar. Okay? You can actually do that with birch trees, with other trees. It tastes a little bit different, but it's also sweet when boiled down. So, with the sun sends its rays. Woo, look at that. Yay, sun. Sends them down to these different plants. Okay, I don't know what kind of plant that is, but it's a plant. Here, we'll have a nice little stem here, and we'll have a flower. Okay, in the center of the flower, there we go. Okay, so all matter cycles start with producers that photosynthesize with the help of the sun. Correct? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what ends up happening to the energy that is in this plant? Who does it get eaten by?
The primary
primary consumer, also known as herbivores, exactly. So that energy, okay, and I'm going to make that in a slightly bigger arrow, that energy, okay, is going to go to, let's say, I don't know, let's draw a little rabbit here, a hare. I think that's what a rabbit looks like.
That's actually really good.
I try. Okay, so here's my little rabbit. My rabbit is a consumer, has little pink ears. Lord loves a rabbit with pink ears. Now, that rabbit is going to eat, the plant. But do all plants get consumed?
No.
No, they don't. But do all plants at some point in their life cycle die?
Yes.
Yes, they do, right? So, what ends up happening if the plant dies? Oops, that's not what I wanted. If the plant dies, it will go to what we call little decomposers. Okay, I'm going to draw these little microbes. Okay, little worms. Ew. Okay, little flies with little wings. Okay, and all these guys are going to break this apart. They're going to break living materials apart. Okay, whether those materials are plants, whether they are herbivores, because herbivores will also die at some point, right? Who eats herbivores? Who's going to eat my little bunny here? Maya.
Secondary consumers or carnivores? Or
Secondary consumers, which are carnivores or omnivores. So who do you think could eat my rabbit? Give me something. Something I can draw.
a bear or a human?
Okay, let's not say humans or bears. Let's go with a wolf. Can we go with a wolf? I think I can draw a dog. Okay, so let's give that a try. We'll go for a different color here. Maybe a gray wolf. Okay, so a wolf now. That's one weird looking wolf. But there you go. There's the wolf's eyes. Give him a snout. He needs to smell things. He's going to have whiskers. Kind of looks like a cat, but it's not. And no, we won't give him pink ears because he's a mean wolf. There we go. There's my wolf. Now, the energy that is in that rabbit is, if it's consumed by the wolf, will go into the wolf, correct? But do wolves live forever? No, they don't. They die at some point as well. So the wolf's energy also goes to the back to the decomposers. Okay, so here we've got our producers. We've got our herbivores. We've got our carnivores. And we've got our decomposers. Now, this is not a cycle yet. Why is that?
Because it doesn't go back to the sun.
Well, nothing goes back to the sun because the sun is off this planet. But in turn, these decomposers, so these little microorganisms down here, will make some energy. Okay? They will make some energy. They will make nutrients by breaking down all living things back down to their atomic level. And that energy, those nutrients, okay, will make their way back in to the actual soil, okay, which is under the ground here, right? The soil that these plants have their roots in. And they're going to draw on those nutrients to help plants grow. That is the matter cycle. The matter cycle is the recycling of nutrients. That starts off with producers, and that goes back to producers by way of herbivores, or the producer dying, or the herbivore getting eaten by a carnivore. All living things on this planet die, including these decomposers, which are then decomposed by other decomposers, and they bring the nutrients back to the soil so that plants can continue to get those nutrients. That is the matter cycle. Okay, you can see a sort of cyclical kind of arrow here where it goes like this, like this, like this, and then back up. Yes? Now, there might be a few other different pathways here, like the one in the corner here can go straight over here, so on and so forth, but it all eventually makes its way back to the producers. Okay? Now, where the sun comes into play here, the sun is not in theory part of the matter cycle because it is not on this planet. However, without energy from the sun, photosynthesis cannot occur. Right? Because photosynthesis is essentially, if we're looking at the actual chemical formula of photosynthesis, we're looking at H2O plus CO2, okay, in the presence of sunlight. So I'm going to write sunlight here. Will give rise to C6H12O6, which is sugar, plus O2. What is H2O known as? What is it?
Water.
This is water. What is CO2? What is that? Carbon dioxide. You know what carbon dioxide is. All living organisms breathe it out, right? And plants need it for photosynthesis, yes?